Imagine a weapon so powerful that ancient warriors were warned never to use it twice on Earth. A weapon that could burn the sky, poison the land, and alter life itself. For centuries, historians dismissed it as mythology. But what if the Brahmastra wasn't magic at all? What if it was technology?
A weapon system so advanced that even in 2026, modern science still struggles to explain how it could work.
Some researchers now believe the descriptions hidden inside ancient Sanskrit texts resemble plasma physics, sonic resonance, solar energy harvesting,
and even neural-controlled weapon systems.
Today, we're going to decode the possibility that the celestial weapons of the Mahabharata were not divine miracles, but the remnants of a forgotten scientific civilization. And the deeper we go, the more unsettling the answers become. For thousands of years, divine weapons, described in ancient Indian epics, were interpreted as supernatural miracles. The Sanskrit word Astra does not simply mean weapon. Its linguistic root implies a projected force activated through knowledge. In other words, a technology requiring precise control. Ancient texts describe dozens of astras, each with specific activation protocols and countermeasures.
That doesn't sound like fantasy. It sounds like a classified weapons system.
Even more fascinating, some descriptions align eerily well with concepts from modern quantum field theory. Take the Brahmastra. Ancient texts say it could ignite the sky, dry rivers, and render land infertile for generations. But it also had precision targeting. This suggests something very unusual. Not a chaotic explosion, but a controlled chain reaction. A phenomenon modern scientists might compare to plasma field destabilization. Yet the texts describe something even stranger. The weapon would not activate for just anyone. It required a specific state of consciousness. Which leads us to the next mystery. Ancient warriors didn't activate astras with buttons or switches. They used mantras. But what if these mantras were not prayers? What if they were acoustic activation codes?
Sanskrit is a unique language.
Every phoneme in Vedic Sanskrit carries extremely precise vibration and resonance.
Some researchers believe these sound patterns could act as frequency triggers.
In physics, resonance can influence matter in surprising ways. Modern science studies this through a field called Cymatics. When sound frequencies interact with matter, they can organize particles into complex geometric patterns.
Certain frequencies can stabilize molecular structures.
Others can break them apart. Now, imagine a weapon core containing an unstable energy field, a system designed to remain dormant until the correct acoustic frequency activates it. Suddenly, the ancient descriptions begin to sound less mystical.
And more like a sonic control interface.
But sound alone wasn't enough. The weapon also required something far more unusual: the human mind. Most modern arms rely on chemical propellants or stored energy. But ancient descriptions of the Brahmastra suggest something different. The weapon did not generate energy internally. Instead, it harnessed energy from the environment. Some interpretations describe the weapon as drawing power from the sun.
In modern engineering, this resembles solar energy concentration systems.
Technologies that gather ambient radiation and convert it into massive bursts of power. But the most fascinating detail is the role of the archer's mental state. Texts repeatedly emphasize that the Brahmastra could only be deployed by warriors with perfect mental discipline, because their focused intent acted as the final activation key. This idea might sound strange, until we consider modern neuroscience. In 2026, scientists are already developing neural link interfaces.
Systems that allow pilots and engineers to control machines using brain signals.
Fighter jets,
Drones, even spacecraft navigation systems are beginning to integrate brain-computer interfaces. Now imagine a weapon system thousands of years ago that used human cognition as part of its targeting mechanism.
Suddenly, the ancient instructions make sense.
A distracted mind could trigger catastrophic consequences,
which might explain why the texts repeatedly warn.
Only the most disciplined warriors could wield it, because once activated, the Brahmastra would unleash devastation on a molecular level. The aftermath of the Brahmastra is described in haunting detail.
Ancient texts describe the aftermath of the Brahmastra in haunting detail. Animals died.
People exposed to the weapon suffered severe physical deformities.
These descriptions have led some researchers to draw a controversial comparison. The effects resemble radiation exposure. But there's a major difference. Modern nuclear weapons devastate entire regions indiscriminately.
The Brahmastra, however, was described as precise, targeted, controlled. Ancient texts even describe counter-weapons capable of neutralizing its effects.
Across the Indian subcontinent, archaeologists have discovered ruins showing signs of extreme heat exposure. In some locations, stone structures appear vitrified, exposed to temperatures hot enough to melt rock. Some historians believe the knowledge of these weapons was deliberately buried, not because it was lost, but because it was too dangerous to preserve.
So the next time we read about the Brahmastra, we should ask ourselves one question.
Are we looking at mythology or the fragmented memory of a scientific era far more advanced than we imagine?
If this mystery fascinated you, subscribe to explore the hidden science of ancient civilizations.